I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho.
It's
Yes.
the old
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to the children? Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know no contest. Yahuwah, he do the blitz. We Manasseh, you the mother. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he forest. He's running to the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the debate league. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother, ballin' and crawling all the way from H-time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Mito got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, armed open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, Death by cut, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I been there. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the blitz. Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. I'm stepping on everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
Yeah, we back again. You already know where it is and who it is. It's the Lion's Den. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We got another one for you from our brother, our new brother, Brother Manasseh. He's going to bring out some information. It's all smoke in the building. If y'all want some smoke, come on up. You know what I'm saying? We'll put the StreamYard link in the chat. Big shout out. So let me introduce the panel, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Sister Karima, you know what I'm saying? The Queen La Jefe. Go ahead and talk to the people.
How you doing tonight? So yeah, if you enjoyed the discussion, please hit that like. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel already, do so. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the discussion.
Con. And we got our brother over here, the electromagnetic messiah, Laurel Byrne. What's good, baby? Introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you at.
What's up? What's your boy Andrew Caccarel, Larry Real Brown, Harube Neil Monte the first, currently also known as Laurel Burns. You know what I'm saying? Lions Den in the motherfucking building. Knock the world stand up. The bars were loaded, cocked, ready to aim, shoot, and squeeze. You know what I'm saying? We just here to listen to the information. You know what I'm saying? maybe stir up the pot a little bit, man. Maybe get some people to hop on and exchange with us.
Con. Yep. And then we have here, you know what I'm saying, the man of the hour, you know what I'm saying? Our new addition to the Lions Den, you know what I'm saying, the brother Manasseh, very scriptural. Go ahead, brother, and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
Shalom, everybody. My name's Manasseh. I'm a crypto Jew from Spain and Portugal. I just wanted to come on here and have some discussions, have some dialogues, see what other people, what kind of beliefs they have, possibly even some debates, some peaceful debates, some peaceful dialogues, discussions about Torah, Tanakh, Sephardic history, crypto history. We can talk about Africa. We can talk about Ethiopia. Just any open discussion. We can all talk about it.
Con. And you know who it is. It's yours truly, the most hated, the most underrated, the most underdebated, the most underestimated, the smusher of heads, the smushinator is the smushinator, right? I'm your smusher man, baby. So yeah, I'm gonna fall back, man. And I'm gonna let this brother go ahead in and feel free, you know what I'm saying, brother electromagnetic messiah, you know what I'm saying, to put your 2 cents in. Everybody wants to come on stage and have it and chop it up with the brother. You know what I'm saying? Feel free. We'll put the StreamYard in the trap. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. Go ahead, it's on you.
What we waiting on?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you, Manasseh. Go ahead, man. Freestyle.
No, I want to know what this brother Laurel Burns. I want to know what his belief system is.
Oh man, it's kind of hard to explain. I ain't really gave it a name yet, but if I had to coin a term, it would be something like Gnostic scientism.
Do you believe anything that has to do with the Bible?
Yeah, I believe in the principles of the Bible.
But you don't subscribe to the Bible.
No, not at all.
Do you subscribe to any Egyptology?
What do you mean subscribe to it? Mean like live by it and shit like that?
Yeah, like do you read any Egyptian books or anything like that?
I read plenty of books about all type of things. But I wouldn't say like I subscribe to anything. Like I don't subscribe to. I subscribe to like physics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like science. I think science is real cool. Yeah, like I'm into like because I know they did an experiment on like rats. Like they did an experiment like scientists, like I think it was like Maryland University. They did like an experiment on rats, like on THC, and it said that they made them lazy and shit. I mean, they made them lazy. I didn't mean to cuss. My bad. I'm still practicing on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I know you a Jew and all this stuff, right?
I'm a crypto Jew. Yeah.
Yeah, Jew. Yeah. Y'all like to put a lot of adjectives and stuff in front of it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you don't eat pig? You don't consume pork at all?
I don't. I keep the dietary laws in Leviticus.
Okay.
I don't eat pig.
So in science, they basically found out like they could take like pig collagen, if you know what collagen is, and they could make like this powder out of it, right? And like if you say for instance if you severed a finger or something like that, you can put your severed finger in this collagen, and it'll grow back, like you know what I'm saying, like your finger eventually regenerate if you keep on applying it. Would you know what I'm saying? Hypothetically speaking, if you got your fingers cut off, would you allow them to use that pig collagen to regenerate fingers?
I mean, I might explain something. Look, I believe more into like the surgeons because me personally, I had an accident in when was it like 2012 that I damaged 4 tendons to 1 artery, and I believe more in like the surgeon, like the doctors. You know what I mean? So I had 4 tendons that were ripped on my right hand, and I had one artery that got ripped up too. So I punched a glass window, and I went into a 8-hour surgery. And I believe more into like the surgery, like surgeons, you know what I mean, like doctors and stuff like that. I support medicine as well, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm saying, but this particular medicine is made out of pig collagen. Would you allow them to use the pig collagen to regenerate your fingers if you got cut, or maybe like an organ or something, and they're
I
able to
wouldn't.
use?
I
You
wouldn't.
would? You
I
wouldn't?
wouldn't let
Hell
them do
no.
that. I
I
wouldn't let them
want a
do it.
bionic arm, bro. I want to be the $6 million man. Fuck that.
Uh,
Yeah, because what they did to me on my right hand, I think it's like made out of plastic or made out of rubber or made out of metal.
uh,
And I still have the scar right here. I can probably show you. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I
you
can show you.
so you wouldn't want the fillers. You wouldn't want fingers again.
I mean, there.
You would pass up a miraculous
I
procedure
don't
like
think
that.
that will ever happen to me because like
No, I know.
I'm
I'm
a
saying
real.
hypothetically speaking.
I don't think that that will ever happen to me because you know I got faith in Yahweh that Yahweh will save me from that because of the way that I am. So I don't see myself in putting myself in into that kind of situation, you know, especially since right here I'm in Mexico, you know. So it's like a real dangerous place. That's why I try to respect the people and still respect the Christianity, respect the Catholic people, uh, respect everything from them because they're known for doing that. You know, they're known for chopping fingers off and stuff like that. So I don't like to disrespect them. You know.
No, yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, just hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because I read that article about how they use that pig collagen to regenerate body parts. Not saying like they could just regenerate a whole. You know, I don't know if they can, how extensive it is, but this particular guy had got like the tip of his finger cut off, like you know, past the fingernail and whatnot, and
Let me
they
ask you
gave
this.
him the
Let me ask you this, Lorel. I knew, if they do that with a pig, why wouldn't they be able to do that with the goats? Since they say that goats actually have more similar DNA to humans.
You know, that's a good question. I don't know. It's something about that pig
Wouldn't
because
they? Wouldn't they
you
be
know,
able to do it? Wouldn't they be able to do that with cows too? Like with cows?
well, I don't know because I think it got something to do with how close pig physiology is to humans. Like that's why they use them in a lot of different experiments and stuff like that because their organs and stuff. A lot of their organs are the same like ours. They like their intestinal tracts and stuff is real similar to ours. That the organs are almost in the same exact places as our heart. You know,
Right, right.
lungs. You know what I'm saying? All of that
I
stuff
believe
is
I believe like there could be other kosher animals that could be used. That would be my views on that. So there's definitely kosher animals that can probably help you
yeah, I think it got something to do
regenerate a
with
finger or you know what I mean. Like there's
yeah, I think it
definitely
got
other ways.
something more to do with it's just something special about the pig collagen that allows them to do it. I'm pretty sure they tried with other animals and stuff, but they were successful with it with the pig. You know, they trying other stuff like with reptilian DNA and stuff like that, trying to you know improve human longevity as far as life goes. So you wouldn't go through a procedure that would like you know extend your life for like 200 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they do it through means of gene splicing. You wouldn't do that.
I would not let nobody put pigs body parts on me. I would not.
Well, what not now? Yeah, not just pig. But I'm just saying in any gene splicing with any animal.
If it had to be a kosher animal to fix my finger, then I would. If it had to be a kosher animal, though, you know what I mean?
Right, right. So
Right, right.
when I was younger, I used to be heavy into religion, and I used to process with the Nation of Islam when I was big on not eating pork. I think I stopped eating pork for like 20 years, man. And you know, once I came to an enlightenment, you know what I'm saying. One day it struck me, it's like, you know, why do they keep calling this pig nasty and disgusting? You know what I'm saying? And then I started doing my research, and then I found out it was really kind of rooted in paganism, dealing with the worship of Tammuz and Semiramis and Nimrod and stuff like that.
You know who brought the first pigs to the Americas? Do you know that?
I mean, I'm sure it was the white man because they're not indigenous to the United States. I mean, they're not
It was
indigenous
it
to
was
America.
it was the Spaniards that first brought it, and
Right.
a lot of them a lot of them were like wicked Catholics. They were not even like real cryptos. When you look at the history, right? You look at the history of crypto Judaism, right? It talks about that Christopher Columbus, right, came with four crypto Jews on his journey to the Americas, right? So he came with four crypto Jews, right? So the rest of them were all wicked as hell. They started bringing abomination animals to the Americas, and then they started spreading that shit to Mexico as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when I have found out that it was rooted in that paganistic worship, it kind of made me step back and look like, okay, like what is this really like? What is this really? So once I realized, okay, this is Middle Eastern, Arab, Babylonian culture, dealing with this pig. And so the story goes, something like Nimrod or whichever god it was a great hunter, and he basically he died and shit. So his wife Semiramis or his mother, like depending on what tradition you follow or read, it says that her son Tammuz, as he was growing up, wanted to be like his father, but he wasn't. He was kind of like soft. He was a little timid and stuff. He had an affinity with like rabbits and things of that nature. Well, he was out on a hunt one day, and this wild boar, this pig, had mauled him up against this stump of this tree, and where his blood had landed on this tree, evergreen tree had grew up out of there, and you know what I'm saying. That's the reason why the pig was at that point considered an abomination to those people in that area. You know what I'm saying? And is that whole not eating pig thing is literally rooted in paganistic rituals and customs. You know what I'm saying? So once I found that out, you know what I'm saying? It started making me like think like, damn, like how deep does that really go? You know what I mean? Because everything the Most High or God or the divine essence, whatever name you want to use, God made everything divine. Everything is divine. Everything God made is divine. You see what I'm saying? God didn't make nothing that wasn't divine. And no one told man to take the pig or the wild hog, the warthog, and put it in a pen and feed it trash. When a pig is out in the when a hog is out in the wild, it digs up truffles and onions and roots, and that's the type of stuff it doesn't eat trash. And when you look at those warthogs and those wild pigs, they're buff. They got rippling muscles. You know what I'm saying? They got fur on them and stuff like that. But those pigs you see in those corrals and those pens, they barely have fur on them. They're fat, nasty, like they're fat. So man has corrupted this animal and then put a label on it saying like, oh, it's an abomination. Now I'm not saying that it's not full of parasites and this, that, and the other, because it is. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there, you know what I'm saying? Just to see if you ever heard anything about it, or have you ever read anything along that lines dealing with that whole custom of not eating pigs? Because our ancestors in Africa ate pigs. We ate pigs from in the Middle East. They ate pigs. Europe ate pigs. Like they all ate pigs, and then it was like this particular religion popped up, and then it's like, oh, we don't eat pigs. And not like everybody's like against eating bacon and chitlins and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever heard anything about that? Have you ever studied anything about that particular culture, where that stems from?
You said that what? You talking about Africa?
No, no, I'm saying, have you ever read or studied anything in the Babylonian culture, dealing with the Babylonian culture about that whole, eating of the pig? Have you ever studied
Well,
any of that?
the Babylonians were wicked, man. They had the kingdom of Judah in slavery, man. So anything, and they even had Daniel over there in Babylon. They took him whenever he was at a young age. I think he was like a teenager whenever he went into Babylon. So like they were real wicked people, man. They believed in zodiac and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, we can say like, okay, these people put these people in captivity, but according to the narrative, didn't wasn't it the Most High who allowed them to go into slavery? Well, I mean, they
Uh,
went into slavery for their own wicked ways, though, right?
they went into slavery because they broke Yahweh's commandments.
Right. So breaking those commandments would make those people wicked now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
Right, right. So
the
that,
reason why,
that
yeah, but Israel never really had a problem keeping the dietary laws. It was whenever we were in slavery, because there's a scripture in the book of Hosea, right, that says that Ephraim, right, Ephraim will eat unclean food in Assyria, right? So it's like whenever we went to these different type of lands, right? Whenever we went to Assyria, or like whenever Ephraim, right? A lot of Ephraimites they went into Assyria, right? Like they began to do the same things that these Assyrians were doing. They were like eating unclean food, right? But like deep down in their heart, they wanted to follow Yahweh. Like they knew that they were not able to eat kosher at that time. So they were following the ways of the Assyrians. Judah was following the ways of the Babylonians, and like a lot of them kept their customs and stuff. Like a lot of them started following Assyrian customs. A lot of them even started to speak like Assyrian languages, right? Because they were in those areas, so they started picking up a lot of stuff from them. But like I don't think I don't think that's right. All the stuff that they did to us, all the stuff that the Babylonians and the Assyrians did to us. I think it was a horrible thing of what they did to us. They even put I think it was the Assyrians. They even put like a hook, like a fish. They put like a fish hook in our lips, like of how bad they treated us.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying, but you're calling these people wicked because they put you in slavery, but they wasn't the wicked ones. The wicked ones are the ones who went against the Most High's commandments. See, like I mean, you talking about keeping dietary laws. What about His commandments? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Most High didn't put them into slavery because they was eating pork. You see what I'm saying? So they was doing more than just eating pork. They were doing other things. They were doing all type of
No, I know,
uh,
I know Israel. I know Israel was following other gods, right? Like I know they were worshiping the god of the Canaanites, right? Like it talks about it in the book of Genesis, right? Like they started going into human sacrifice and all that other stuff, right? Like I know that history, right? Like we went into slavery because of those main reasons. We didn't really go in slavery because we were eating unclean. We went into slavery because we were bowing down to these other gods. If you read the book of Kings, right, it talks about Solomon following the ways, having women from other nations, right? And then the reason why Solomon sinned, right? Solomon sinned because he was worshiping other gods, not because he was eating unclean, because he was following after other gods. That was the main problem that Israel and Judah had. It was
right.
following after the ways of the other gods and the
Right.
ways of
So
the other nations. You know what I
right.
mean?
So you give testimony and you agree that they were wicked people because they were worshiping other gods, breaking the commandments of the Most High. So it's like the kettle trying to call the skillet black. If you want to call these people wicked for having you in slavery and It was your God that put you in slavery for breaking His commandments. You're the wicked one, not the people who had you in slavery.
Nah, I wouldn't say that because look, also look, talking about the New Testament, right? Talking about the Torah, right? The Most High Yahweh, right? Like like it's written in the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15, right? It says, if you disobey my commandments, right, you're gonna get the curses. So the curses are gonna come if you disobey the commandments. The Most High is telling you, if you do good, in the whole chapter of Deuteronomy 28 says, if you do good, right? If you good, you will be blessed. You will be blessed in the land, right? But if you disobey, you're gonna hit the. So the Most High actually gave them an option. He gave them two options. He said, you're gonna obey or you're gonna disobey. It's either you're gonna be blessed or you're gonna be cursed. You
And
understand what I'm
what
saying?
was the outcome of that? What was the outcome of that?
You said what?
And what was the outcome of that decision?
What was the outcome of what? Of the curses?
Yeah, did they decide to do right, or did they decide to do wrong?
No, we had a lot of prophets that did right. The scripture says in the book of Job that Job was a perfect man.
Yeah, that's one person. One person ain't a nation. We talking about a whole nation of people. See, all of those people got put into slavery. It wasn't just selected few. They all got put into slavery. It said that Israel would be scattered amongst the nation. It didn't talk about individuals. So we're talking about a whole nation of wicked motherfuckers. Oh, my bad. A bunch of wicked people who would not follow the commandments of their God. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you also got to remember the creation of Adam and Eve. I mean, at first, you gotta remember the creation of Adam and Eve, right? Check
Adam
this
and
out.
Eve weren't Israelites.
You said what?
Adam and Eve weren't Israelites.
Yes, they were. The word Adam means red or reddish, like a reddish brown, like a reddish dark brown. So the word Adam, Adama, Idumia, it means like a reddish brown, right? That's what it means. So Adam is a Hebrew word, and also Eve is a Hebrew word. So I know that Eve, she was a Hebrew woman, right? And I know that Adam was a Hebrew man for sure, because his descendants, right? Noah, Adam's descendants, right? The whole Cain and Abel, right? And then after that, Noah, right? All of them, right? It says that they will make a covenant with them. The Most High made a covenant with Adam and Eve, and the Most High also made a covenant with Noah's descendants, right? Am I right? And they all came from Adam. So how are they not Israelites?
Because the Israelites are the descendants of Jacob.
In the book of Genesis, right? Abraham was, I think it's Genesis chapter 14. Abraham was called the Hebrew. Why was he called the Hebrew in the creation? They were not
Yeah,
called Israelites until the time of Jacob.
I just told you that.
No, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I said Israelites are the descendants of Jacob. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, but like I said, that came after. We were called Hebrews at first. You know about Eber? Do you know who Eber is? Was a Hebrew. Eber was a descendant. He was like one of the first descendants, one of the first Hebrew descendants. Book of Genesis.
You say what?
Do you know about Eber?
Yeah, I know about Eber.
Okay, then who was his wife?
His wife.
Yeah, who was Eber's wife?
What, I mean, like, what is that? I'm trying to understand, like, where you going with that?
Now I'm gonna ask you another question. What does the word Eber mean, and what does the word Hebrew mean?
I don't know, man. Tell us what it means.
Exactly. The word Eber and the word Hebrew means to cross over. It means to cross, right? That's
Hmm.
exactly what it means in the Hebrew.
Right, right. But we talking about Israelites. So the descendants of Jacob are Israelites, right? Adam wasn't an Israelite. Eve wasn't an Israelite.
They were all Israel. They were all Hebrews. Like I
Uh,
said, we were not called Israelites.
do you vet? Are you vetting
Like I
that
said
information?
again, like I said again, Jacob changed his name to Israel. We were called Hebrews in the book of Genesis, chapter 14.
Jacob
You
didn't
can
change
read
his
that
name.
Abraham. He was not called Abraham at that time. At the time of Genesis, right? He was called Abram, the Hebrew. I can pull it up right now, and it's going to say he was called Abram, the Hebrew. And
Yeah, but
Abram, they all came from Adam and Eve. So what are you talking
so
about?
are you saying that all Hebrews are Israelites?
I'm saying that we were called Hebrews first. That's what I'm saying. At the creation, we were called Hebrews. After that, we were called Hebrew Israelites. Well, because we were descendants of Jacob. That's what I'm saying.
They were called Hebrews because they crossed over the Euphrates and the Tigris and came into Canaan. That's why they were called Hebrews. Adam and Eve, that you're saying that they crossed over. They crossed over. You're calling them sons of Eber. They're Hebrews. They're sons of Eber. Adam and Eve is sons of Eber.
Everybody, everybody that came from Adam, right? Eber came. I'm pretty sure. If I look it up right now, Eber came from Adam. I'm pretty sure, bro.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Eber came from Adam. Adam didn't come from Eber, so Adam couldn't be a Hebrew.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh man, Zion, can you explain to him what I'm saying? He must be asleep or something. But yeah, I mean that's interesting. I mean, maybe somebody in the audience might want to chime in and comment on that because he's saying that Adam and Eve were Hebrews, and he just said that Eber is, you know what I'm saying, the root word of Hebrew is Eber. And you know that means that you would have to be a son of Eber, right? So how can Adam and Eve be Hebrews if they're not descendants of Eber? Where in the Bible do it call Adam and Eve Hebrew? What's book in scripture is that?
Again, do you know what the word Adam means in Hebrew? Because you
Yeah,
know that
red.
Adam.
You already said that red. It means
So
red.
that's the Hebrew word. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Calm
Is
down.
I have
Calm
a
down.
hold on,
It
hold
tells
on, hold on,
you that.
hold on, hold on, hold
All right,
on.
man.
Is he gonna have a name
You just asked me
Mario?
a question.
Is he gonna have a name Mario? Is he gonna have a name Mario?
Brother, calm down. You just asked me what does Adam mean, and it means red. So I mean,
Exactly. But the point that I'm trying to make, is that Adam is a Hebrew name. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
yeah, the whole story is wrote in Hebrew.
Again, Adam is a Hebrew name. Why would Yahweh name him a Hebrew name? Why didn't he name him Mario? Think about that, bro. Use common sense.
I don't know, man. Maybe somebody in the audience might want to come up and chime in on that because that's an interesting notion right there. You said Adam means red, and it's a Hebrew name, and that means that Adam is a Hebrew because Adam is a Hebrew name.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
this. Look,
almost sure that's a
why
fact. I'm
would
almost sure
look? I'm
that's a
gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question. Listen,
systematic
listen,
fallacy.
listen to this. Listen to this. Why in the world would Yahweh call him Adam? Why didn't he name him Mario? Why didn't he name him other names that are not Hebrew at all? Right?
What the story comes from Hebrew people, so quite naturally, all of the names and people in there would 9 times out of
So
10 be
you're saying,
Hebrew names.
so this is what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that Adam and Eve were Gentiles. Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to push the same thing that these Jewish people be doing. You're believing in Amalek stuff right now. That's what you're doing.
But those terms,
No,
those terms wasn't created until after. Remember?
Again, why would a Most High Yahweh name him Adam? Why didn't he name him Mario? Right? Why did he give him a Hebrew name? A Hebrew name.
Because
Why?
that's the
brother,
original
calm
language,
down.
brother.
You extra
That's
loud,
the
man.
that's the original language. That's your answer, bro. It don't have nothing to do with him being an Israelite.
You're saying, okay, this is what you're trying to say. This is what you're trying to say. Because right now you're using Amalekite stuff. You're using Jewish stuff right now. That's what you're doing. Listen to this.
If I was
Why in the
using
world would
Jewish
Yahweh
stuff,
call him Adam? I'm asking you right now. Why didn't he call him Mario? Why? Why did he give him a Hebrew name? A name of a Hebrew man. Just like Jeremiah is a Hebrew name. Isaiah is a Hebrew name. Right? Joseph is a Hebrew name. Right? Abad is a Hebrew name. Right? Manasseh is a Hebrew name. Why didn't he name him Mario if he was a Gentile? Think about that, brother. Use common sense, man.
so is Japheth is Japhet Israelite, or is
Bro, can
Ham?
I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a Hebrew. Can I answer? I'm a Hebrew.
Yeah, go ahead, sis. Knock
Go
yourself out.
ahead, sister.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
April.
have to say. Listen. I'm sorry if there's a delay. I'm on my desktop. Okay. Abraham is the first Hebrew. Abraham is the first Hebrew. Adam is not a Hebrew. Adam has the Adamites. Seth are Sethites. Jacob is the first Israelite. That's how you get Israel. They are Jacob's children only. All
Right.
Hebrews are not Israelites. All Hebrews come through Abraham. All Israelites come through Jacob.
So do all Hebrews are Ham? Is Ham Hebrew, or is Ham does Ham
What
speak
y'all
a
about to
different
do right
language?
now? Hold on. What y'all about to do right now is y'all about to get cut, man. I'm being serious. I'm about to pull up my phone right now and look up all the genealogy of Adam. Right now, y'all about to get cut, man. Get ready, bro. Get
No,
ready, bro.
we
Now,
understand
get
that
ready, bro.
everybody.
Get ready.
We
Get ready,
understand that
bro.
Adam.
Get ready, bro. Get ready, bro. I'm not gonna curse you out, bro. But watch this.
Calm
Watch this.
down,
Get
brother.
ready, bro.
We understand that Adam passed down the lineage to each son, but that don't make Adam a Hebrew. I mean, a Israelite. It's common sense, bro. That's like milk. You dealing with the milk right now. That ain't even meat. That ain't even hard to That ain't even hard to swallow, bro.
So I'm asking you again, and you're not answering the question. Why didn't he name him Mario? Why
I
did
don't
he name him a Hebrew
understand the
name?
point.
You're not answering
I
that
don't
question
understand the
either.
point.
You're running from that
But
question.
you
Why
keep
didn't
bringing
he
up
name him
Mario.
Mario?
I mean, what's
Right?
your point though? What's your point, bro? I'm
Why
trying to
did he name
understand.
him a Hebrew name? Why did he give him a Hebrew name if he wasn't
You
a
tell
Hebrew?
me. You tell me. I'm trying to
I'm
learn something.
asking you since you know everything, right? You claim you know everything, right?
Nah, I didn't say that. I'm listening, bro. I'm trying to hear your point because this is new to me.
I'm gonna go to the genealogy right now.
Yeah, calm down, and they not disrespecting you, and they just asking questions, and they building with you, and they're not your kids, so don't be yelling at them. And calm down, please. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, sister. I'm just trying to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So here goes. Okay. Okay. It goes Adam, right? Adam had a son named Seth, right? And then from there it goes from Enos, and then it goes from Canaan, right? And then from there it goes to Mahalet, and then it goes from Enoch, and then it goes from Method. So right there,
Yeah, but from Noah,
all of
brother,
Adam's
that's when it
descendants
kind
were
of.
Hebrew.
So that's why I'm trying to ask you: Does Shem, Ham, and Japhet they all speak the same language? They all considered as Hebrews? I'm asking you.
Did y'all hear
Are they
that?
all? Cause hello, can you hear me?
Did did y'all hear it or not?
Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
broke
we
down
heard
the
what you
lineage. We
said.
broke down the lineage, but
Let
I'm
me
trying to
read it
ask you.
again. Okay, let me read
You
it
gonna
again,
ignore my
cause I don't know,
question,
cause I
bro?
don't know if y'all, cause I don't know if y'all muted my mic or not. Did somebody mute my mic? Cause I'm gonna
Nah,
watch
we
this
can hear you,
video.
man.
Karima,
We can hear you.
hey Karima, did you mute
Yeah,
my mic?
nope. I won't mute your mic unless you're not hearing me. That's the only time
Okay,
when I'm
okay.
speaking.
Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. Let me read it again, okay? Let me read this again, okay? Just one more time. I'm gonna read it, okay? It goes Adam, right? And then Adam had a son named Abel, right? And then he had Seth, and then he had Enos, and then he had Canaan, right? Not Canaan, but Canaan, right? And then he had Mahalaleel, and then he had Jared, and then he had Enoch. All of them were Hebrew Israelites. Enoch was a Hebrew Israelite, right? Am I right or not? He came from Adam. Am I
Nah,
right? Yes or no?
Enoch was not a
yeah,
Hebrew
yeah. He
Israelite.
wasn't an
There you
Israelite,
go
brother.
again. So
He
why
wasn't
is
an
it mentioned in
Israelite,
the
brother.
Ethiopian Bible? Why was it found in the Apocrypha? Why? Why was it found in the Dead
Sir,
Sea Scrolls? Why?
sir,
Why? Tell me why.
sir. These names are in Hebrew. First of all, First of all, let me speak. First of all, let me speak. First of all, let me educate you. First,
You broke out, sister. We can't hear you.
let me speak. I don't know why there's such a delay. I got on my phone. But anyway, the names are in Hebrew because this is what the Hebrew people called them. It's kind of like Jesus. How Jesus is also Jesus,
Okay,
even
I'm asking
though one
sister, sister,
language
sister,
is
sister,
older than the other. The Hebrew
sister,
language
can I ask
was
you a
not
question?
formulated
Okay,
when
okay, sister, can I
Adam
ask you a
walked this
question? Sister,
earth.
sister, out of love, out of love. Look, can I ask you a question? Was Noah a Hebrew, yes or no?
No.
Okay, let me prove it right now that he was.
No. Let me tell you why he's not.
Well,
Then
hold
you
on,
can
hold
prove to
on,
me
hold
he
on,
is.
hold on, hold on, because let me
Wait,
prove it
let me
first, and then I'll
prove
let you.
that he's not. Then you
Okay,
can rebut and
sister.
tell
Okay,
me how
sister,
he
sister,
is.
sister. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak for however long you want to speak, and then I'm gonna bring my scripture. Is that okay?
Just let me tell you how he's not a
Okay,
Hebrew.
okay, okay. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak in respectful, right? I'm gonna let you speak respectfully. Go ahead and speak, sister. Go ahead.
And when she done, I would like to speak my opinion as well.
Okay.
Okay, but
Noah
after
cannot
she speaks,
Noah
after she
cannot be
speaks,
a
I want to speak.
Hebrew.
Okay, keep going.
Noah cannot be a Hebrew.
Okay, is that all you wanted to say?
No. There's a delay.
Nah, you good, sis. Go ahead. You good.
Because the first Hebrew was Abraham. That is what Eber means. It means one who crosses over. That's how Abraham became known as the Hebrew. They named him this. Noah was not a Hebrew because there was no crossing over during that time.
Okay, are you done or are you not done?
Why are you asking me if I'm done if you hear me still talking?
Okay,
Now,
because
you
you're saying
cannot have an Israelite without Jacob. So, Jacob would be the first Israelite because that's why his name was changed to Israel. And an Israelite are the 12 tribes, which are the 12 sons of Jacob. That's why Israel is never a place, it's always been a people. Now I'm finished.
okay. Anybody wants to add on that before I read the scripture?
Yeah, I got something to say. So
Okay,
basically,
go ahead.
when it comes to when you look into the laws, right? We see that the Israelites was only to when they was dealing with like slavery, you know, what's the word? Indenture servitude, you know, buying your way out of a certain type of debt. The only ones that was allowed to be a part of that type of servitude was Hebrews. And this was excluding anybody who was not a Hebrew, such as the seven nations. Remember, we talked about this the other night, bro. I'm the same guy that you was talking to the other night about the seven nations, right? So basically, Israel wasn't supposed to deal with these seven nations. It tell you in the law. I can go get the law. You know what I'm saying? I can go get my Bible in a second and show you exactly how I say it. But it say everybody that's not a Hebrew, they have to. You have to practice usury. You understand what I'm saying? You can you can lend to them, but you can't borrow from them. So that clearly shows you a distinction between the people. So that's a clear point. That's a clear cut that Israel at that time was the only Hebrews. You see what I'm saying? The rest of the nations wasn't Hebrews. You know, well, not Hebrews, but there was definitely other people that was not within this type of servitude. You see what I'm saying? Like Edom, he's still a Hebrew. They could deal with the Edomites and everything like that. But like the Canaanites, the seven nations, that's why I kept on asking you: is Ham and Japhet, are they Hebrews? Because that's ultimately what you're saying when you say that Adam is a Hebrew Israelite. Like I'm just lost, bro.
Okay, okay. Are y'all done now? Are y'all done? Can I please talk now? I'll let two people speak now. Okay? Are y'all done?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So now I'm gonna deal with the sister. Who was it? Dominique, right? Or who is it?
yeah, Dominic.
Okay. First, I'm going to Genesis,
No,
right?
that's April. Sister April and the brother Dominique.
Sister, sister, sister April. Okay, Salakia. I don't know who the fuck is speaking. Cause that fucking picture looks like a fucking weird person. Hold on.
Okay, your language unnecessary,
Sorry.
but yeah, thank you.
Salak.
That's some more, brother.
I'm not really
You
paying
talk you
attention
talk
to his
you
speaking.
talking about
I'm
you talking
looking
about my
I'm looking
avatar?
for
You talking about my avatar?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why you don't just show your face. Show your face so I can remember who you are, bro.
It's an avatar, brother. I don't need to show my face. Ain't nobody got their cameras on. It ain't that serious. But that's a more though. Just know that's a more. That's a
Okay,
black
so
more.
back. Okay, April Goodwill Crawford, right? April Goodfield Crawford. That was the woman that was speaking, right? Is
Yes.
that you? Is that you, April? You hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was her. That was April. That was her.
Okay. Now you said this is what you told me. You said that Noah was not a Hebrew, right? That's what you said, right? You said Noah was not a Hebrew, right?
Right.
I'm asking you, April.
I said right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna read Genesis 9, okay? Let me read it. Genesis chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl and of the air, upon all the moving upon the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea into your hand, how they are delivered. Let me skip to that part where I'm talking about. Let's go to verse 9. Okay. Let's go to verse 8, Salah. Okay. This is verse 8. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons, and saying, Behold, I, Yahweh, establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. What does the word covenant mean?
It means agreement, contract.
No, it doesn't mean agreement in the Hebrew. I'm going to show you what
It's
agreement
a
means.
contract. It's a
Hold
contract.
on, hold on, hold on. Let me
Why you
speak.
yelling, bro? Why you yelling, bro?
Because
I'm
I'm
listening to
speaking
you.
right now, bro. I didn't
You
interrupt you
asked
while
the
you were
question though.
speaking.
You asked the question, and I answered
Yeah,
you.
but you got it all wrong.
Yeah, you asked the question, brother.
Okay, the Hebrew word right here, the Hebrew word for covenant is berit. It means covenant. It means from a root with sense of cutting, because pacts of covenants were made by passing between cuts pieces of flesh of an animal sacrifice. So why did God tell Noah that I'm gonna make a covenant with you to do to do burnt offerings, to do burnt sacrifices? Hebrews were the only ones known to be doing that in the altar. That is my question to you. And that is a pure cut to anything that you brought up right now.
Are
You
you
just
saying that because they use ritual sacrificing, the use of blades cutting the animals, and the Hebrews were the only ones who did that? Or is that what you're saying?
Let me read it again. God spake unto Noah and to his son, saying, I will establish my covenant. The word covenant also means agreement. You did get that correct, right? It's like an agreement, like a promise, right? And also means like a religion. In other words, in other languages, it also means like a religion. It says, I will establish my covenant, my agreement, my burnt offerings with you and with your seed after you. That's a cut right there. Why would he
Yeah,
tell a Gentile that? Why would
I'm
he
saying.
tell a Gentile that?
but
Hold
nobody
on,
said
hold on. Let
nobody
me
What,
said
finish, man. Let
Gentiles,
me
bro.
finish.
were you asking a
Why in the
question?
world? Why in the world would he tell a Gentile, I'm gonna make a covenant with you? We never make covenants with Gentiles. Are you serious? Are you serious right now, bro? Are you serious? Making a covenant with a Gentile, with a
Calm
heathen
down, brother.
nation that is not even
Calm
intelligent?
down.
Wait, so the children of Israel didn't make a covenant with none of the strangers when they would circumcise them? That wasn't a covenant? I'm asking you a serious question.
They were able to convert, but they do not get the same salvation as Israel.
But
Are
you just said
you
a cut.
losing your
Hold on, sis.
mind?
Hey, sis, let me get them real quick. Hold on. You said cut. You said that they made a cut. That's what a circumcision is, right? A cut. They cut the foreskin of the penis, right? That's a covenant, ain't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, bro.
Abraham got the covenant of circumcision, not Noah.
No, I'm
I'm
talking
not
about the
talking
strength.
about that kind
I'm
of
talking
cutting.
about the. I'm
Let
talking
me
about
read
the
it
actual.
again. Let me read it again. Let me read it again so you can get understanding, brother.
You're
The
not
Hebrew
you
term,
ignoring my question though, bro. Because
again,
you just said they don't make
again,
a
we're going to
covenant
go
with the
back to
Gentiles.
Abraham. I can cut you on Abraham. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Check this out. The Hebrew term berit for covenant is from a root with the sense of cutting, because of pacts or covenants were made by passing between cuts pieces of flesh of an animal sacrifice. You got cut right there, bro. Just sleep. Just go to
Bro,
sleep, bro. You just go to sleep. Hebrews were the only ones to be known in the book of Genesis to be doing burnt sacrifices, burnt offerings in the altar, in the temple, in the tabernacle of Moses. Hebrews were the only ones to known to be doing that.
it
Why in the world would the
wasn't no
Most High
brother. There
tell
was
a
no
Gentile
Moses.
nation? Let me finish. I'll let you talk. Why in the world would he tell a Gentile, "Oh, I'm gonna make a covenant with you and all your seed and all your descendants"? Why would he tell a Gentile that? Gentiles don't have the same comprehension as Hebrew Israelites. What are you talking about?
The
brother.
covenant was definitely passed down from Adam and from his seed, brother. Yes, I agree with that. But the point you're
Well,
trying to
no,
make is that the
hold
Israelites,
on.
he trying to say that the Israelites are actually Adamites, and they was two different
Well,
nations. They was
well,
different
first you got
people.
to understand that there were
Again, you're
multiple.
adding. Hold on, hold
Hold
on,
on, brother.
because you're adding
Wait,
stuff that I never
you call
said,
me
bro.
Rob?
Wait, hold on, hold
Adding
on.
stuff that I
You,
never said. Hold on,
no,
hold
new
on, hold
tackle.
on.
No,
You're
I'm not
adding
holding
stuff that
on.
I
You
never
hold on.
said. You're
No,
breaking
no.
stuff right now. You're breaking.
Here's when you get muted because I'm talking. I don't care if you don't like what he's saying. You wait until he finishes and then you correct him. This is not a school and these are not your children. Okay? At the end of the day, there's people listening. So they want to hear both sides of the argument or the discussion. What you're not going to do is interrupt them because you don't like where they going and redirecting them in traffic. Okay. So therefore, you're gonna have to wait, just like you're telling them to wait, you're gonna have to wait too. So when they done, then that's when you can correct them, redirect them, or whatever you need to do because it's getting out of control of how you trying to treat people when they trying to dialogue with you. I'ma unmute your mic.
So the point that I wanted to bring up was there were multiple covenants given. Um, when Abraham came on the scene, that was a whole new covenant. There was a new covenant made. You know what I'm saying? Because of all of the stuff that happened beforehand. So after Abraham, God created a whole new covenant. That's why before Abraham, they wasn't cutting anybody. They wasn't doing any type of circumcisions before Abraham. You understand what I'm saying? So that is an entirely new covenant. It has nothing to do with anything before that. So you have to explain to us what's your point about bringing up the covenant, because that particular covenant that you're talking about, it deals specifically with Abraham and his descendants,
You know
which
what's
is
even, you know what's
Ham,
even
Shem, and
crazier,
Japheth.
brother? You know what's even
Okay,
crazier, bro?
okay.
Let me let
Can I answer? Can I
Go
answer
ahead.
the brother's question now? Can I answer
Go
the
ahead.
brother's question?
Go
Can I
ahead.
answer the brother's question?
Hold on. Let the
Now
other
I'm gonna
brother
ask you
finish.
a question.
Hold
Now I'm
on,
gonna ask
hold
you a
on.
question,
Wait,
bro.
hold
Y'all attacking,
on. Hold on.
bro. Y'all
I'm talking.
attacking me. Y'all
No,
attacking
no,
me like
no,
three of y'all. Three of y'all are
no.
attacking me right now. Y'all need to chill out for real.
We're trying to dialogue with you, bro.
Hold
Ain't
on.
nobody
Hold
attacking
on.
you.
Hold on. I'm muting mics. Okay. Nobody attacking you. That's what you feel like somebody attacking you. That's why you started getting aggressive. That's why you start interrupting and all that. Okay. Calm down. Cause ain't nobody attacking you. Okay. I'm trying to moderate this situation and you're getting out of
Okay, okay.
control
I'm
with
gonna go
you.
outside. I'm gonna go
I'm not
outside and smoke.
done.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
outside and
thank
smoke.
you.
And
Thank you.
y'all,
But
please,
listen, at the same time,
Karima.
listen.
Hold on, Karima. Just let me know when I can speak. Can you please just let me know when I can speak? Please let
I
me
sure
know.
will let you know. Thank you.
Okay,
But listen to what I'm saying. Okay.
thank
This brother right here, you will interrupt him first before a new Kakarak start talking. That's the reason why I start talking to you. So I'm gonna let him finish and then you can continue. They're not jumping you, they're trying to get out what they're trying to say, and you're interrupting them. You did both of them like that. So I'm gonna allow both of them to say what they have to say. So this brother is gonna speak and then you can go after that. Thank you. I appreciate you listening.
So what the point I'm to what the brother Manasseh is trying to say is that, from what I understand, I don't know if he made it clear yet, but I guess he's trying to say that the lineage and that the seed or the covenant was passed down from seed to seed, which I'm sure we all agree with that. But what's wild is that, to that point, right? If it was carried down from seed to seed, and if we go on by the law of Israel, we were supposed to be dealing with that firstborn son. So what's crazy is that Esau was supposed to get the lineage, right? But somehow that covenant got broke with Esau. That's all I wanted to say. Basically, that things happen, different covenants happen. What the brother was just saying is that different covenants were being made and set in different, scenarios and stuff like that. Different things happen. Different covenants was made, man. Like I said, Esau was supposed to get he was supposed to get the promise, being that he was the firstborn. God let all types of things. He work in mysterious ways. So, and Jacob mysteriously ended up with that covenant. So it's kind of hard for you to continue saying that Adam was an Israelite. That's the point that you've been saying all night. I'm trying to understand, how is Adam an Israelite, bro? When different covenants can be made. And that's I land my plane.
Okay, let Karima. I'm gonna let Sister Karima. Let me know when I can speak. Okay, just let me know, because I'm
You
not
got
gonna
it.
interrupt
Go ahead.
Speak
nobody.
after you.
You got it.
I don't
Go
want
ahead.
to. Okay, now, who's Dominique? Right?
Yeah.
Ask me the question again, and then I'll answer it.
You were saying that, I'm trying to understand, how is Adam an Israelite, bro? Unless you changing your point, or unless you sticking to that. But I'm curious to understand, how is Adam an Israelite?
No, you also mentioned something else. You added to it, so I want to know. I want to know what else did you add to it.
Nah, it was just simply about just different covenants, man. And I was bringing up the point about how strangers ended up with a covenant because they simply was able to be circumcised. Unless I got that term wrong,
Okay, look,
unless that word covenant means something different than what
look.
you said, a cut. But from what I understand, it's an agreement.
Yeah, look, the word covenant right there in the book of Genesis, right? Like about Noah's descendants, right? It says, I will make a covenant with you and with the seed after you. So who was the seed? Who was the seed of Noah? The seed of Noah
I
came from
Abraham, Isaac,
all
and
the way
Jacob.
down to Enoch, all the way down to Enoch, right?
Yeah, but it ended up with Abraham, and then it passed on to Isaac, and then it went to Jacob. But
Yeah,
actually, it
and
was
then
supposed to go
you
to
try to
Esau.
say, because I know, hold on. Let me finish right quick.
Okay,
You try to say that I'm calling Adam a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not
that's
calling
what
him
you
an
said.
Israelite.
I didn't say that. You
No, I
said
didn't.
that.
I never said that he was an Israelite. I said that he was a Hebrew. I never said that he was an Israelite. I said that he
Oh
was a
man, I must.
Hebrew.
Did I hear him
Okay.
wrong, Karima? Did wasn't he saying that Adam was an
Nah,
Israelite?
he been saying it the whole time, man.
That what I'm
No,
saying. I think I'm
no, no,
tripping.
no.
Well, I
Because
ain't
y'all
even
not
drink
under.
nothing
Yeah,
yet.
he said
Hold on.
Hebrew.
Can I
He said,
finish? Can I please finish? Can I please finish? Please.
Uh,
In the name of Yahweh, please come down. Let me finish. This is what I said, and I talked to the other brother, Laurel, right? And I told him we were not called Israelites until Jacob was born. Until Jacob's 12 sons were born, that's when we were called Israelites. At the time of Adam, anybody that came from Adam, we were called Hebrews. We were not called Israelites until Jacob was born. That's why Jacob changed his name to Israel. You understand what I'm saying?
Brother, that's what I had told you. I told you that that the Israelites are the descendants
hey,
of Jacob and that Adam and Eve were not Hebrew Israelites. That's what I've been.
yo,
right.
Never mind. Never mind.
Listen,
He
Prince,
really
let me
did.
finish. Let me finish. Can I
Oh
talk
no,
now?
sister. Oh no, you did. Sister April wanted to say something. Let her
Okay,
say something, and then yeah, and you can respond to that. And you can go back.
Kind of like he talked himself in a circle at that point. Yeah, I was just going to reiterate that the whole purpose of God creating a people from Abraham was because the people fell into sin. So he wanted to do a new thing with the new people. So Abraham actually came from a people, but he was the first Hebrew. He was the first Eber. And then you go on down to Jacob, and a new covenant was made. And Jacob name was changed to Israel, and that's how he's the first Israelite. So even though you have Hebrews that are also Israelites, all Hebrews are not Israelites because you have the other son of Abraham. and those are Hebrews as well. So I just wanted to kind of break that down. That even though we all come from Adam, that the Adam having a Hebrew name is because as the Hebrew language flourished, this is what they called him in that tongue. This is one reason why there's a lot of confusion
Mm.
because everybody did not use the same names. They didn't tell the stories the same way.
So
But when
what?
it
Let me
comes
ask you a
down,
question. Let me ask you a question. What other language was they speaking then? So like, what was the Hamites speaking if they wasn't Hebrews?
what were they speaking?
Yeah, what kind of dialect was they speaking in, or was
You got the
everybody's?
Canaanite languages. I mean, there were so many languages. Hebrew
Gotcha.
languages is a
Gotcha.
mixture of a lot of languages.
Exactly.
It's not
Well, I
a
mean,
it's not an
if we're going by the
original
biblical,
language.
if we're going to go by the biblical narrative, they all had the same language because prior to the flood, uh, the world had one language according to the narrative, and it wasn't until after the Tower of Babel that the languages got confused. So again, if you're talking about Noah and his sons, they all would have spoke the same languages.
Mm. Yeah,
He
that
said the
term.
Hamites.
Yeah, the Hamite and the Japhet. But that's what I'm saying.
Like
Once you get into the laws, you start to see that the only Hebrews that are considered Hebrews were the Israelites. Everybody else was damn near excluded.
it's
You know
like
what I'm
y'all don't
saying?
really understand what a Hebrew is. A Hebrew is one who crosses over. Abraham was the first Hebrew. So that nation of Hebrews started with Abraham. That's why it's the Abrahamic faith. Because it's Abraham. It starts with Abraham, not Adam, not Noah. It starts with Abraham. And there are a lot of generations in between Adam and Abraham when when Noah was on the planet, um, Abraham wasn't here. So it's impossible for Noah to be a Hebrew if Abraham is the first Hebrew. And as far as the spoken language, I don't have a timetable for that, but I know a written language is when they were in Canaan. And it's I just don't understand the confusion with that. It's like Abraham is the first Hebrew because he crossed over. Some
Mm,
people like to think he crossed over water, but I can assure you he wasn't the first person in 100 centuries to cross over the Jordan.
right.
I'm almost certain that they crossed over into other realms. This
Can I
is
speak
how
now? Can I
Jacob,
speak? Can I
let me
speak?
finish. Let me finish.
Y'all
This
been
is
talking for y'all been talking at least for like 3 minutes already. At
We
least make
trying
it
to
at
we
least a
trying to get
minute.
the conversation established, brother. Because at
Why
first you
you
was
why you so upset? Because first of all, if we really want to tell the truth, you should not even be trying to teach this because you, sir, are definitely not an Israelite. But
mm,
we're going to entertain it and say that you are. But look at how you're causing confusion with knowledge that you don't understand. Because you're trying to tell people that Adam was a Hebrew, that he was an Israelite, when Jacob is the first Israelite. That's why his name was changed to Jacob.
Can I say
Because
something?
Jacob, he was
Can
a
I
he
say
was a
something?
dirty scoundrel thing. But when he was ready to change his life and turn it over to the Most High, his name
Can
got
I say
changed.
something? Can I
Could you
say
let
something
me
now?
finish? Could you let me
Karima,
finish?
Karima, Karima, Karima,
Okay,
can you put
okay, you
order,
go
No, no,
please?
ahead.
no, no.
Since
Hold
you
Can
on.
you
don't
Let
put
her
want me to
order?
finish.
finish, you go
Hold on.
ahead.
Hold on. Hold
yeah,
on.
Karima.
No.
Let him go,
No.
Karima. Let him go. Let him go.
No.
I'm gonna
No. Let
mute.
Let
her
him go,
finish.
Karima.
No. 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 Everybody mute. Let her finish. I don't care if you don't like what she's saying or how long you feel like she's taking. This is an open discussion. Okay. And it's good that they're going back and forth and not you feeling like you attacked. So you can build your thoughts. Okay. So let them have a little tiny build. Like, come on now. And it's not that serious. So let her finish her thought and then you can get the floor.
All right, just let me know because I'm gonna speak for at least like 5 minutes. Because y'all been
Okay,
Okay,
speaking
no
for like five
just
problem.
minutes.
just
No,
let me wrap it up with this
yeah,
question.
no
If
problem.
Okay.
You can speak.
Abraham was the first Hebrew, how can you get a Hebrew before Abraham? And if Jacob was the first Israelite, if he's Israel and the 12 tribes are his sons, how would anyone else be considered an Israelite? You have to understand what the Most High was doing. He created a people, and then he created an example nation. He told Jacob, "You are to raise up the lost and be a light unto the Gentiles." I heard you say that Adam was a Gentile. There's no way Adam could be a Gentile. In Genesis 10, he tells you who the Gentile nations are. So for you to say Adam is a Gentile, when you see who the Gentile nations are, you see who all nations are based on the sons. Adam cannot be one and not the other. He's an Adamite. Nobody talks about Seth. You have Sethites. Before they were Israelites, they were Jacobites. Then when the name got changed, Jacob's boys, those Jakes, became Israelites, the 12 tribes. So I'm going to end it there. There's no way to have an Israelite before Jacob, and there's no way to have a Hebrew before Abraham, since they are the first of their kind. Just like Adam was the first of his kind. So I'm done.
Okay. Can I speak at least for 5 minutes? Because y'all been speaking for 5 minutes.
Yes, you can speak for 5 minutes, but I'm gonna ask you to hold your question until the end. Don't ask your question in between you having a conversation. Okay, just ask it at the end if you do have a question. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This is how I'm gonna speak at least for like 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. So listen to this. Right. Adam. Right. I'm gonna look up his descendants again. Right. I'm going to Google right now. So I'm gonna read it again, right? Adam, Seth, Enosh, Canaan, Mehalel, Jared, Enoch. We know Enoch was a Hebrew because he wrote the book of Hebrew. He wrote the book of Enoch, right? So, and it was also found amongst the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves. Okay, so let me keep speaking. Methuasel, and a lot of Ethiopians read the book of Enoch, and a lot of Hebrews read the book of Enoch. A lot of Hebrew Israelites read the book of Enoch, so they know that Enoch was a Hebrew, and he came from Adam. Okay, let me keep reading. Lamech, and then Noah, right? Okay, so Noah, right? It says that he will make a covenant with Noah. He made a covenant with Noah, like a promise, like a religion, like a covenant, he said he was going to make burnt offerings with Noah. If he was a Gentile, why would he say these things to him? That's what I'm trying to say. And also, y'all accuse me of saying that Adam was an Israelite. I never said that Adam was an Israelite. I never said that. I said that he was a Hebrew. There's a difference between a Hebrew and an Israelite. There's two differences, okay? A Hebrew, right, means you come from Adam, and it means you come from Eber. That's what it means, right? Those were Hebrews, right? And also the word Adam, right, is a Hebrew word. Adama is also a Hebrew word. So why would Yahweh, the Most High God, the God of heaven, right, the God of heaven and earth, right? Why didn't he name him Mario, or why didn't he name him Smith, or a Gentile name, right? Because we know there was also in the Tanakh, there was a lot of Gentiles, right? There was a lot of Gentiles in the Tanakh with Gentile names. I don't believe that King Cyrus was even a Hebrew name. I don't believe that Cyrus is a Hebrew name. That's like Persian, Elam. So why would he call him his anointed, right? Check this out. I'm not done speaking. I'm gonna get at least like 4 more minutes. Okay, the point that I'm trying to make is this: Adam, right? Anybody that came from Adam was a Hebrew. We were not called Israelites until Jacob was born. When Jacob was born, right? It goes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham was called Hebrew. Isaac was not called a Israelite yet. It was Jacob. Jacob's descendants, Jacob 12 sons were called Israelites. So I'm talking about the creation. That's what I'm talking about. In the creation, we were known as Hebrews. That's what I'm trying to tell you. After after the creation, Genesis 49, right? When it talks about the sons of Jacob, right? That's when we were called Israelites. We were not called Israelites at the time of Adam. We were called Hebrews. Everybody was called Hebrews. And the women were called Shebrews, right? I don't know, do you guys even know about that word? But I'm not done speaking. So let me go again to the book of Genesis again, right? About Noah, about Noah's covenant, right? And also it says right here, right? It says God spake unto Noah and to his sons. So who is Noah's sons? Ham, Shem, and Japheth. We know that Shemites, anybody that came from Shem, a lot of Shemites, a lot of people that came from Shem were Hebrew Israelites. We were also known as Hebrew Israelites. We were also known as Shemites. Shemites is another name as a Hebrew as well. There was a lot of Shemites, right? Not every Shemite was a Hebrew because Shem had a lot of sons, right? Why would Yahweh say, right? I will establish my covenant with you and your seed. So who is Noah's seed, right? And then it says, and God spake unto Noah and his sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? Why would he make a covenant with Ham, Shem, and Japheth, knowing that Shem and anybody that came from Shem was a Hebrew? I can also pull up Shem's genealogy right now. Let me pull it up right now, as a matter of fact.
Hey, Manasseh, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yet, I'm not done speaking.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So Noah had three sons, right? Ham, Shem, and Japheth. So Shem came from Noah, right? And you said that Noah was not a Hebrew, right? So check this out. This is Shem, right? This is the genealogy of Shem. It goes Shem, Aprasadat, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Rub, Surah, Nahor, Terah, Abraham. So that's the thing that I'm saying. I just read it in Genesis. I read it in Genesis right now. Let me go back and read it, so we can get the understanding. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be a heated debate. I don't have to get loud. The book of Ephesians, talks about, the book of Galatians also talks about having self control, right? I'm practicing that right now because I just recently converted to being a crypto Jew. So I do believe in the New Testament now. I was a Torah only before. I'm not Torah only anymore. I'm trying to practice my faith. I'm trying to practice my self control, like Apostle Paul said, right? Let me keep reading. And God spake, and Yahweh Akkad. spake unto Noah and to his sons. So who is Noah's sons? Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And now to show you the genealogy of Japheth and Shem's sons was Eber. So guess what? Shem was a Hebrew Israelite, and Noah was a Hebrew Israelite. He was a Hebrew. That's what I'm trying to say. At first, at the creation, this is the point that I want to make. This is the point that I want to make because I know it could sound confusing. It could sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but when you really pay attention to it, you'll see what I'm trying to say. Right? It says, and God spake unto Noah and to his sons. His sons was Ham, Shem, and Japheth, right? I will establish my covenant with you. So he made a covenant with Shem as well. So who came from Shem? Eber came from Shem, and that was one of Eber. Shem had a son named Eber. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Why would Yahweh say that to Noah? That he was going to make a covenant with his sons, and one of his sons was Shem, right? And Shem had a son named Eber, right? That's pretty much what I want to say. If anybody wants to say anything after that,
what makes Shem more of a Hebrew than the two other sons, Japheth and Ham? What was the covenant? Because to my memory, Ham also, he had Ham wasn't cursed, but Canaan ended up being the one that was cursed, right?
I also don't believe that Canaan was cursed either. I believe that he
the
was.
Bible, bro. I'm just talking about what the Bible say. I'm not talking about what we believe. I'm talking about what's written in that book.
I know where you're going to. You're talking about Genesis 9, right? I know exactly where you're going to. I had debates like this before.
So I'm trying to understand, why is Shem, him being a Hebrew, more important than the rest of the brothers? Right?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I know that there was a lot of Hamitic people that are Hebrew Israelites, and I know that there was a lot of Japhite people that were Hebrew Israelites because we took Hamitic women all the time, right? It's all over the Torah, right? It's all over the Torah. Hagar, right? Abraham had an Egyptian wife, right? Eber had a Cushite wife. It's all over the Torah. Even Simeon had a Canaanite wife. So it's all over the Torah.
Let me ask you this: How old is Earth, to your understanding?
How old is the Earth? I haven't done my studies on it, so I haven't done my studies on that. So,
would you say it's like 600,000 years?
I haven't done my studies on that, but I would definitely do my studies on tonight. Appreciate you letting me know that, because I would like to do my studies on that as well.
I would like to go next.
Go ahead, sis.
Okay. Adam. Hebrew is not the oldest language. And you have to understand, by the time these things were written, maybe by the Essenes, Hebrew wasn't even really a language anymore. It had went through so many cycles. So you would have to go back to at least Aramaic. So if you want to look and see what Adam's name was in Aramaic, I think it was Adama, which means the man. So that kind of gets rid of that whole, why would the Most High call him a Hebrew name? Hebrew people that came up with the Hebrew language, they're the ones that called him Adam, but there's languages older than Hebrew where Adam dwelled before Hebrew became a thing, and they named him that. Now about Eber. Eber is a grandson of Shem, but Ivri is what Abraham was, Ivri, which means to cross over. Eber was a man. Ivri is a thing Abraham did. Somebody had to witness it for them to call him that. He never called himself that. So regardless of what you think he crossed over, It was witnessed, and they named him Ivri, not Eber. Eber is the grandson of Shem.
You know, it's
Shem cannot be a Hebrew because there was no Hebrews.
yeah,
Abraham was the first.
a
That's
very
why
important
he's the
a,
Ivri.
an important point to make too, as well, is that Abraham came from Ur, right? And we know that Ur in that area, that was more like what that was like more away from the from the Fertile Crescent. That was more like, well, where was Ur at? Like Pakistan, a little over there. And we know over there they talking Sanskrit. So that even go against your point as well, brother. Abraham was from the children of Ur. And that Sanskrit damn near about as old as that Hebrew, bro.
Older, I think.
Yep,
Why people think Abraham was a Brahmin,
exactly.
which could be true. But to say that Hebrews and that all these people are Hebrews, no. Only the seed of Abraham, which are Ishmaelites and Jacob. I mean, and I'm crossing on my own words. Only the sons of Abraham are Hebrews. Only the sons of Jacob are Israelites. So Ishmaelites are not Israelites. They're Ishmaelites, but they're both Hebrews.
Both Hebrews.
It's like my dad has two sons, and because one son is named John and the other one is named Glenn, they can't be of the same brothers. These brothers follow Glenn, and these brothers follow John. These brothers, Ishmael had his kingdom. He had his what did the Most High promise him? The princes and whatnot. And then Jacob, Israel, he had his covenant, and he was the example. That's why they're so important in this thing. You have to understand what the Most High was doing. He was creating a people for himself to be his example nation, to show all the other nations how to properly come to him, how to get heard, how to get blessed. Not, everybody can't be a Hebrew. Everybody can't be an Israelite. Now, spiritual Israel, that's something different. But if we're talking about, antediluvian times and things like that, it was, pretty cut and dry. So I don't understand how you're confusing that. But also, Eber is the man, Ivri is the Hebrew, if that makes sense. Eber is not a Hebrew. Abraham is the first Hebrew. They named him that. Abraham the Hebrew.
Hey,
Nobody has that title before him.
Sister April, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What does the word ark mean?
Spell that A-R-T?
No, ark, like Noah's ark. What does it mean?
If it's not like big boat, I don't know what it means. Tell me.
It means Aaron. So why would God name the ark Aaron?
Who said God named the ark? Who named the ark?
Yeah, and where'd you get that from? First of all, where you get the ark
If
being Aaron?
if you study Hebrew, hold on, let me finish. If you study Hebrew, right? If you look at the word ark, it means Aaron. It's the same word. So why would Noah name the ark Aaron if he wasn't a Hebrew?
Noah wasn't even speaking Hebrew. He was probably speaking Aramaic.
Okay, can I say something to that? Can I speak?
Sure.
Okay, you believe that the first language was the Ethiopian language, right?
No, I don't know what the first language was.
The first
I
language
know it
was
wasn't Hebrew.
Canaan. The first language was the Canaanite language. That was the first language.
Which Canaanite language? It's
The
a
Phoenician,
family
the
of
Paleo,
languages that are
the
Canaanite.
Paleo, the Phoenician, the Paleo, and the Punic. Those languages.
Okay.
That's the first language, sister.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't know about Ark.
Yeah. Somebody put it up. Hey, Karima. Karima.
I can
Yeah.
look it up.
Can you please put the definition of the word ark in the lexicon in the Hebrew?
Somebody else got. I'm on my phone, so I can pull it up if somebody pulling their screen up.
Let me see.
Somebody put the definition of the word ark in the Hebrew language, and it's gonna say Aaron. Just watch that.
The Hebrew word for ark is, I don't speak Hebrew. Tiva, Tevah, which is similar to the Babylonian word for oblong boat. A tubu.
I got you. I'll pull it up. Don't worry. I got you.
Tevah is the Hebrew word for ark, and it means chest or box.
You're not going to the lexicon. Do you use lexicons or you don't use lexicons?
I'm not looking at the lexicon.
Okay, exactly.
But the Most High would have spoke whatever language whoever was talking to him was speaking in. So if you spoke Persian, the Most High could speak Persian. Y'all not speaking no languages he can't speak. Hebrew is not the oldest language. They're not the oldest people. They come from a people. We don't know who those people are.
That's what I'm saying. Like if Abraham was in Ur before he became the Hebrew, he was speaking a different language.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't speaking Hebrew if he's the first Hebrew. That means
So
they
that would
had
mean
to come up with that.
everybody before Abraham was not a Hebrew.
Facts. Because how could they be?
Okay, I found it, okay? And then I'm gonna put it on my screen, okay? I'm gonna share it on my screen right now. Is that fine? Is that fine with you, Karima?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna share my screen right now. And then I'm gonna pull it up right now. I want you to check this out, right? Let me see if I can read it. Maybe see if I can flip the phone. See if I can read it. Okay, here it is. I want you to go to Bible Hub, and then I want you to put the word Aaron. It means Aaron, a chest, a ark. Aaron, right? That's what the word ark means. It means Aaron. Put Bible Hub, type Bible Hub, and then put ARON. And then it's gonna give you the definition of the ark. So why was the ark named after the Levite? Because it represented the Ark of the Covenant.
I don't think so.
Okay, like I said, pull it up right now. Pull it up in the Hebrew. Somebody pull it up on
When I
Bible
pulled it
Hub.
up, it gave me the word Teva.
What does that say? What does that say? Aaron. What does that say?
Well, we do know that the the culture,
ARON.
the culture of the so-called Hebrews, they did deal with a thing called what's it? They would deal with names. So they would prophesy your name. So like if your mama thought you was gonna be, you know, a strong person, they would name you to something to that word that represents strength. So possibly Aaron was named Ark because it was prophesied to his family that he would be somewhat of a boat, someone who would carry something through.
Again,
That's how the words work,
you
brother.
didn't even get anything that I said.
Oh,
I never said, hold on, brother, hold on, because you always misunderstand everything I say.
I didn't. You asked me a question, I answered you, bro.
You didn't ask me anything, brother. Look, check this out. Check this out. You putting words in my mouth that I never said, and a lot of y'all are doing that right now. Listen to what I'm saying, please. Have some respect. I said that the word ark, the ark of Noah, was named Aaron. That's what I said because it represents the ark of the covenant. That's what I said. I
Right, I
never
heard
said
you.
that.
That
I
don't
never
make any
said.
sense.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I never said that Noah was called ark. I never said that. So why are you putting words in my mouth, brother?
No, I'm responding to you saying that Aaron, his name means ark, right? That's what you said,
Yeah.
right? So I'm telling
So why was Noah's ark named Aaron? Tell me. Why?
you
Answer that
need
question.
no. See, this is what you mixing it up. You saying Noah's ark was named Aaron.
Yeah,
Aaron,
it was.
I'm telling you that Aaron was named Ark. Noah's ark wasn't named Aaron. There's a thing called Norman Omen. That's what the word is, brother. It's called
I'm
Norman
asking
Omen.
you again. Are you reading, brother? Are you reading this right here? Are you even reading it? Look
Why
at it
was
again. I'm gonna put it close. I'm gonna put it closer.
why was Jesus named salvation?
Hold
But
on.
yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
looking at what he's talking about. And ARON means ark, a chest, or a coffin. So it makes perfect sense that the ark would be a ark, a chest, or a coffin if you're talking about the ark of the covenant. It makes sense
My
for
point
that
is,
word to mean that.
Sister
Now,
April, April, let me tell you something. The point that I'm trying to make is this: Noah Noah's ark was named Aaron for a reason. Why was it named Aaron? Why was the ark named Aaron? Because I know y'all don't know
because
Leviticus. You know I have Levites in my family, right?
no, the fuck you don't.
Yes, I do, and I can pull it up
No,
right
you
now.
don't.
Yes,
And
I do.
okay, I'm about tired
You
of
want me to
playing this
pull it up
game
right
with you.
now? You want me to
Man,
pull it up
you
right now?
can't. First of all, you won't be able to prove that you are a Hebrew Israelite because there's no bloodline for anybody to test on. And if you want to use scripture, that don't include you. Your people weren't
I
even
got my whole family.
around
Go look up
during that
Moses
time. You
Delgado.
don't have family that are Levites. If so, y'all are in strict violation because all people are supposed to have no remembrance of who they are. And there's
What you mean
definitely
by
not
that?
supposed to be no Levites in the wild. So what are you talking
Okay.
about? You need to
So
back down.
let me pull it
You
up.
need to
Let me
back
pull it up right
down.
now. Then. Let me pull it up
Aaron,
right now. Then.
Aaron the man and Aaron the ark are not the same thing.
Okay, let me pull it up right now because I know y'all lack on Levitical wisdom. So let me pull it up right now, okay? Y'all getting destroyed tonight. Bombs everywhere. Y'all blood all over the floor. Y'all getting cut tonight.
So you disagree that Aaron was named Ark?
You
Or
said
you
what?
saying so you saying the name Aaron? You talking about Moses? What was that? His cousin or his nephew? Aaron, right?
I said that the ark, the one that Noah built was named Aaron. The ark, not Noah himself. Do you need glasses? Do you need something, medication? Can't you understand what I'm saying?
So who is Aaron, brother? Aaron is Moses' cousin, right? Or his nephew? Who was Aaron?
Aaron was a high priest.
Exactly, bro. So you playing games.
How am I playing games?
Because I just told you, Aaron was if what you saying right now is true, that Aaron's name means ark, it was the Norman omen, brother. Do you know what a Norman omen is?
Hold on.
Do you know what a Norman omen is?
Oh my God, this is so
worked with the ark? Who worked with the ark the most? Aaron did, right? The Ark of the Covenant was given to the Levites, right? Only the Levites were ever to enter the temple, right? They were the ones that were doing keeping the charge, right? I can pull it up on Ezekiel right now.
First of all, I'm tired of this. Before I get off this call, Aaron the man, his name is not spelled the same as the ark. Is the Hebrew name is gonna have an H in it. The word that you keep pulling up has no H in it because it's not a proper noun. It's not a name. It's a description of a box, which makes sense for the Ark of the Covenant to be called such, being that it was a box. Now,
Okay,
about you talking about, wait, stop cutting me off. Stop cutting me off because I listen to you. I listen to you, so stop cutting me off.
Let her finish.
Look what it says. Look what it says.
No, please stop it. Look up Aaron. It's Aharon. It's not Aron. And then you have to look at the italics and all the other symbolism over it. It is two different words you're talking about.
Yeah, Aaron's name.
How can Aaron mean the Ark of the Covenant when the Ark of the Covenant is still somewhere around here today, supposedly? How are you connecting those two things? How are you connecting a man with the box? And how are you lying? I'm sick of you freaking Gentiles lying, trying to take what's not yours. There's no fucking way anybody you know is a Levite. There's a reason why everybody was scattered. There's a reason why the remembrance was taken. But here you go. You know all the way down to a Levite. You cannot prove it. You cannot prove it.
Do you want me to prove it?
You cannot prove it because there are no.
I'm asking you, do you want me to prove it? Do you want me to prove it?
I'm telling you that you can't prove it because first of all, you're not an Israelite. And second of all, you cannot prove who is the priesthood. What is the purpose of having a priesthood when we have the Messiah? This is why you need to shut up.
I don't believe that.
He is the order of Melchizedek. Do you know who Melchizedek is? He's the high priest of Salem. Do you know where Salem is? Be quiet. Do you know where Salem is? That's Mount Zion. Who can be a high priest of Mount Zion? Unless it's a priest of the Most High God. That is how we got the Messiah. Yeshua. He is of the order of Melchizedek. He was the first to come here. The Most High God will always give you an example. And he was your example. He was the first one that came and broke bread. He was the one that first came and took a tithe. You need to shut your mouth. And if you got anybody in your family talking about they are a Levite, the Most High gonna strike you down. Because there's no Hebrews walking around here today that can prove that they are a Hebrew. You are supposed to do the works and let your works speak and show people how to get to the Most High. You can't show nobody nothing. You can't even differentiate between an ark that's a box and Aaron that's a man. And the words are spelled different. They have two different meanings. Now you go tell your elder if he want to battle me on it, he can. Because I'm sick of y'all fake Hebrews on this fake chart. Can't do nothing that the prophets did, but you run around here talking about you somebody. Your people weren't even around during these times. You are a created person through the black man. Now prove me wrong on that.
Again, can I prove my lineage now?
Yeah, prove it so I can eat it up.
Now we getting away from the point though, bro. You talking about Aaron, but go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna fall back.
Okay. You told me to prove my lineage, right? About how I had people that were Levites, right? That's what you asked me, right?
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
prove it. Okay, I will. Okay, here it is right here. Moses Delgado, London, England. Kingston, Jamaica. Mother, Esther Cohan. You got cut right there. Esther Cohan. And my
Dude,
last name, and my
link
last
link
name is
it
Delgado.
to link it to the ancient Levites. Don't be
I
giving me
just
no
read it. Let
Jamaican
me
stuff
read
because
it. Sister, I'm not done. I'm
Jamaicans
not
the
done.
roster.
Sister,
Please,
sister,
I
I'm
know you're
not
not talking
done.
about the roster who took the
Sister,
Nazarite oath.
sister, I'm
I
not
know that
done.
ain't who
I'm
you
not
talking
done.
about are Levites.
Sister, I'm not done. Can I finish?
You need to be done because you ain't gonna be able to trace no bloodline back to no Levites. That's the only way
Sister,
you're gonna be able to prove it. And you
All my family
blaspheme,
come.
and we got
All my
a
family.
high priest.
All
sister,
my family. All my family come from Spain and Portugal, and I got Hamitic
That
roots.
shows right there that you are not a Hebrew Israelite. You are a damn Spaniard.
You gotta drop them bombs on that one. That's crazy.
Okay, here it is.
Talk
Here it
about
is.
y'all
And I
Levite.
and I'm a Canaanite as well. So
You
check
are
this out.
confused.
That's what you think, but check this out. Moses
You
Delgado,
are
right?
pre-Columbian
let's
at
listen,
best.
sister, let's be patient with him. I mean, let's let him finish. Let him go further. Maybe, I mean, he might make a sense out coming along. Please, this show is fantastic. Let allow, I mean, space for each other. I think
Okay.
I would just suggest this suggestion. There should be a bell over there that if one is speaking, we all listen. If one is speaking, we got to all listen. And if we have questions or something or pause, we got to just jot it down. And after, this gonna make this show best. I love watching it. I'm from Africa down here, and I'm enjoying this. And it's even time for me to get ready, go to work. But this is awesome.
What
I'm
part of
part of it
Africa you
today.
from, brother? Hey, real quick, what part of Africa you from?
I'm from the kingdom Ashanti.
Nice, nice.
Okay. Can I
Yeah.
can I read can I read my genealogy now, please? Can I read it? Give me
My
give me
brother, we
5 minutes,
listen.
okay?
Yeah, good. I like that.
Okay,
You
okay.
give me
Give me at
five
least
minutes.
like 2, 3 minutes. I let the sister speak in anger for a while. She's breaking the New Testament, but that's fine. Okay. Let me keep reading. This is Pinto Delgado. If you go to my Facebook, my last name is Delgado, right? I have two last names because I was born in Monterrey. I was born in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, where the Portuguese and the Spanish and African people also came to Monterrey. There's also still African people right here in Monterrey. And I talk to Haitians as well. I have a picture with people of Haiti on my profile. So check this out. And my grandfather was a Hamitic brother as well. So check this out. Pinto Delgado Jao, Portuguese. His grandmother, the same name, was in the government of administration. Joa's father, Gonzalo Delgado, right? Let me keep reading. So the point that I'm trying to make is that the name Delgado came from Portugal, right? But also check this out. Let's go to Mozambique, right? Let's go to Mozambique. Mozambique, Africa. There's a name in Mozambique, Africa called Cabo Delgado, and probably this brother knows. This African brother probably knows. What's your name, brother? Brother, what's your name?
You talking about me from Africa?
Okay, have you ever heard of Mozambique?
Yeah, I've heard about Mozambique. Yeah, it's a neighboring, like, West African, right?
Okay. I got a question, brother. I got a question.
All
Have
right.
you ever heard of a place called Cape Delgado or Cabo Delgado in Mozambique?
No, not really.
There's an area in southern Eastern Africa called Cabo Delgado where the Portuguese settled there. And those are my ancestors right there in that part of Africa.
Yeah, you coming
Let me pull
along.
it up right
I
now
just
in the
wanna
screen.
listen. I'm listening.
Let me pull it up in the screen because I'm gonna show you my whole genealogy. Because she said she said I'm not nothing. I'm not an Israelite. I'm nothing, right? But let's just prove it. Let's just see the genealogy
Brother,
with the same last name as me, right? With
brother,
the I got two last names.
that's why you
I
got
got two
5
last
minutes.
names. I got two last
Just
names,
forget
right?
about what she said and prove yourself.
But see, brother, you said that you got
But I'm
Hamite blood. You said you got Hamite blood and you got the Portuguese blood, right?
I
So
do.
this is cool.
how does hold on, Ashanti man, hold on 1 second, brother. You said you got Hamite blood and you got the Portuguese blood, right? So
Yeah, I do.
how does Levi fit into Ham, bro? Like that's crazy, man. What are you talking about? How does Levi fit
Because,
into Ham?
let's go back to Moses Delgado's family. Let me answer your question, okay? I'm gonna answer your question. Let's go back to Moses Delgado. Right here, Moses Delgado, birth 23 of April 1789, London, England. Death 18 of July 1842, Kingston, Jamaica. Mother Esther Cohan. You know what the word Cohan means? It means Kahan. It means priest.
Dude,
So Moses Delgado's mother
no,
was a Levite.
no. You cannot make that connection just based off what you think some last name means. Now, if you want to look at the Bible, what does the Bible say happened to the Levites in 70 AD? When everybody
I
was
just
kicked up
proved.
out of Jerusalem, what happened to the Levites when there was no temple?
They got scared.
So how do you have Levites with no temple? How do you have Levite priests when we have a high priest? What are you even talking about? If you have
Okay, I'm
Levite
gonna let
priests,
you. Okay, I'm gonna
then
smoke. Sister,
if
sister,
you
sister,
have
sister,
Levite
sister.
priests,
Okay,
then y'all should be offering
I'm gonna let you speak.
sacrifices
Hold
at the
on, sister.
temple.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you speak for 5 minutes, however you want to
No, you're
speak,
not
and then
gonna
I'll
let me
respond.
speak, bro. I don't need
Okay,
5 minutes because you're not making any sense. If your family have Levite priests, where's the temple? Because there's some Hebrews that clearly need to do up the sacrifice.
you
Because
want
that's
me
the
to prove
only
a temple? You
purpose
want me to
of
prove
the
a temple,
Levite.
right? You want to see a temple in Kingston, Jamaica, right? A
Dude,
Sephardic temple.
please don't tell me nothing about Jamaica. I used to live there. I can take you from Kingston to Negril to the backside, the Black River side. Where's the temple? Where are the Levites? Which Rasta mansion are you talking about? The Bobo Shanti?
Bobo Shanti.
The Naya Binge?
I'm talking about the people from Kingston, Jamaica are
Which
all
part of
half
Kingston?
Portuguese.
Which part of Kingston? Kingston 19? Kingston
All of
7?
them, all of them from
It
Kingston,
can't be
Jamaica
all of them
are
because
Hebrews.
Bobo Hill is not even in Kingston. The Bobo Shanti, they are not even in Kingston. They are in St. Thomas. They are in 9 Mile. So what are you talking about?
Let me finish. Everybody from Kingston, Jamaica is a Hebrew.
What are you
And
talking
some of
about?
them
How are they
and
Hebrew?
some of them are Manasseh and some of them are Benjamin and
How do
even
you
some of
know
them
this?
Is
First of
genealogy.
all, most
I just
Jamaicans
proved
are
it.
of one tribe. So how can they be all these other tribes? They typically know that they are the Ashanti. Unless you go up once a year in January to the Maroon camp. and you have to be invited.
But don't you,
So
Yeshua,
who you talking about?
don't Yahushua tell us to stay away from genealogy and all these vain babblings about genealogy and all of that?
I don't
I
subscribe
think
to
so.
completely
I
the
think
New
that's why
Testament.
we were scattered.
I don't subscribe to the whole New Testament. I only subscribe to different parts of the New Testament. I don't read all of it. I don't subscribe to the whole New Testament. I only subscribe to the book of Acts, the book of John, and the book of Mark. That's it. I don't subscribe to all the other books.
Well, how does all this
Peace, family.
genealogy talk? How does all of this genealogy talk help you with your salvation, brother?
It helps me a lot because it shows me that I'm a real crypto Jew. That's what it
I don't
helps
even
me.
know what that means. But if you're gonna look at the New Testament and not look at Matthew, when the Old Testament, Daniel, the 70 weeks of Daniel, that turned into 70 weeks of years of Daniel, that took you right to the anointing of your high priest, your Messiah. If you overlook that to listen to the Acts of the Apostles, you are lost again. You don't know
Okay,
what
hey
you're talking
But
Karima.
about.
that's a new thing
Okay,
that they
hold on,
doing
hold
with
on,
the
hold on,
Hebrew
hold on, hold on.
Israelites. They don't want to deal with Paul no more. They just want to exclude Paul from the Gospels.
And I know why. Can I say something about Paul?
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Karima. I sent you something on Messenger. Can you please share it?
Um, First of all, having a
You're not
space
gonna
to speak
convince
right
me.
now.
Karima, can you please share what I sent you? I sent you a picture, and I want you to
I
see
hope
all the
I hope
people
you
that are
saying
Tahan in
how
my family.
I hope you saying how the Jamaicans despise the Spaniards, the Portuguese. It's a whole thing right there about Columbus and how he basically came and slaughtered and maimed. So I don't even understand how you over here talking about you a Spaniard, but you're also a Jamaican. We understand how the Spaniards got to Jamaica.
And
We understand what
why
they
this
did in
brother?
Jamaica. That don't make you
Why,
a Hebrew. You the
sister? Why this
oppressor.
brother?
Do you
Them
want
people
me?
the oppressor.
Hold on. Do you want me to break down Obadiah 1 and 20? Because I can do that right now and destroy you.
You break down the book of Obadiah for yourself because you are the people that it's talking about.
Yeah, we know you're gonna go to. We know
Okay,
you're
let me
gonna
read
go to
Obadiah 1 and
Sephardim,
20.
bro.
I'm gonna read Obadiah 1 and 20. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Since you say I ain't got no proof, right? I ain't got no proof, right?
You
Right?
know.
I'm nothing, right? I'm not a Hebrew, right? According to you, I'm not a Hebrew, right? Check this out, though. Let's break down right now. Let me break down Obadiah 1 and 20 the correct way, right? It says, Obadiah 1 and 20, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Sepharad, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. So we had Israelites in Spain and Portugal, right? They were in captivities. The word Sepharad in Hebrew means the Iberia Peninsula.
Exactly. You know, and I'm a chip in this. All what the brother's trying to say is not something after slave travel. It's all something that got to happen through slave travel. We all know they used to be sleeping with our women. We all know it. And this same way is how they created some part, from the motherland into continent. They used to impregnate the women, and when they reach at a transit place, they rest for some years before they continue their journey. And you know, when they're about to continue their journey after setting up, putting up the structure, building a place, they leave behind the babies that they impregnated, that they are born with our women, and those that are pregnant women on the land and continue on their journey. True, this is how some continents that we can say North Africa, the people located there are how you know the identity. So, like, there is a way bottom line for everything. How even tribe was created. How even, I think we should start looking out the root of everything. And I recommend there is only one source that can get us all. I had be talking about the Act of Covenant. The Act of Covenant does not supposed to mean, I mean, exactly what they've been showing to us on the movies as the story. We need to see true nature and find out what exactly it's talking about. The scripture define a throne of God descend on earth. Let's dig deep and get to heaven. That throne of God, or that throne that descends from sky, is not supposed to be a man like you and I. When we talk of throne is not a man. Throne is a seat. Because a man dies and a man comes and we install him. So when we mean throne is something that we need to look as the throne descend from sky. And look where we are being running out and chasing out from. It all because our destiny is now being trying to write down for us. But it's not just we can see through us, within us. Like when the Bible tells us that temple, biblically, I'm asking us all, what is temple biblically mean? I want to help. What does temple biblically mean? Temple biblically having it meaning. As we also subscribe to as our body. Man build temples. So the real temple, as the scripture trying to prove to us, is our body, ourself.
Hold on, I got something to say. Because the sister asked me, right?
Wait, please, just a second. I just wish we could all be like we all brothers, sisters, trying to, come out with. It's not attack. It shouldn't be like we have done this a long time, and we should just start digging it and making it, a good effort with it. All right, brother, go ahead.
Okay, so the sister was asking me, where's the temple? Where's the temple that your Levite ancestors were at, right? Let me answer her question, right? The only temple that I believe was the real temple was the temple that Solomon built, which was built for David, the temple of David. The book of Amos says that the temple of David will be rebuilt. The tent of David, the tent of David will be rebuilt, right? Like it will be rebuilt again because it was destroyed, right? I think it was by Nebuchadnezzar or something like that. I'm not sure. It was destroyed by them, right? By those type of people, right? And then I know about the second temple, right? The second temple really doesn't mean anything to me, right? So if you really want to talk temple, I can talk temple, you know. The second temple was run by King Herod. They had nothing to do with the Torah, right? And your Messiah, Jesus is not the Messiah, right? I believe that he was a prophet and that he was alive, and I believe that he was a teacher, but I do not believe that he was the Messiah. Okay, I am a New Testament believer, but I don't believe that he was the Messiah. I believe that he was a teacher. I believe that he was a prophet. I respect him. I respect the words that he said. I respect what he taught, but I do not believe that he was the Messiah. I believe that King David and the angel Michael are the Messiahs. That's what I believe.
So tell me, because it's debatable if the archangel was also Jesus, because it's a consciousness that came down upon Jesus, the man. That's why in the book of John, it tells you that the Most High requested that they prepare him a body, because the body is nothing but dirt. So it was the consciousness that came from on high that was given to the man Jesus. Now, you were saying something about the book of Obadiah. If you proving anything to me out of the book of Obadiah, you're proving to me that you are an Edomite, because that is their punishment for betraying Israel. That's what the book of Obadiah is talking about. And
Do
if
you
you
even know?
say,
I'm gonna ask you a question again, sister. Do you know what the word Sepharad means?
and I'm gonna ask you to stop interrupting me because I didn't interrupt you. I'm just making a point that I wish you would make sense, because if you are following the New Testament, you should be able to tell me what the prophets of the Old Testament were preparing the children of Israel to receive. And then you have to explain to me why there are no more prophets. The Most High is not talking to his people because he sent us a Messiah. So if you don't believe in the Messiah, what exactly are you following in the New Testament? Being that the apostles, that's all they talk about is the Messiah. That's why we have the proselytes, because when they went to teach the Hebrews did not want to believe that this had indeed occurred. So when they went to teach on the Sabbath, the people in the town wanted to hear. So Paul began teaching to the proselytes. He proselytized them. That's the Spaniards, the Greeks, the Romans. That's everybody that is an oppressor. So you can't be the oppressor and also be an Israelite. That don't make no sense unless you are in spirit. So I want you to explain to me what was going on in the Old Testament. What were all the prophets doing? What were they preparing the children of Israel to take notice of?
Okay, I'm gonna
Isaiah,
read. Okay, can I answer your question? Can I
Isaiah
answer your
really points it
question?
out. I'm gonna give
Can I
you an
answer your
Easter
question?
egg. Isaiah really points it out on the things that they need to look for so that they can understand and see and know their Messiah when he came. Another
Okay,
Easter egg I'm gonna drop on you, which I dropped on you earlier, was the weeks of Daniel. When Daniel went back and looked over the prophecy and saw that things had not changed, the angel came to him and explained to him why. And those weeks of Daniel, those 352 years, brought them exactly to the anointing of Jesus Christ as the Messiah. So everything else you're talking about is just kind of going over my head because I already understand that you don't know the purpose of the prophets or the apostles. Because you Old Testament, you follow New Testament, but you don't follow it all, and you don't follow Christ. You believe he was a prophet. Prophet of what? What was he doing? And why is there no more prophets? Why are the age of the prophets done?
And that's why he still think that he is Levite, because he don't have no idea about Yahweh Shai.
Guess guess he didn't want to hear what had to be said. Because he don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was just eating my popcorn, just trying to see where this was gonna go.
Yeah, and I'm like, he telling me he can prove that he got boy, how you proving Levites? How anybody actually proving that they are a Hebrew if they're not using scripture? Unless you're doing the works.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to go into the Quran or something. Cause that, you feel me? Cause that's what they say about Jesus, is that he a prophet. I'm like, okay. Cause I done heard that, I done heard that a lot. I'm sure you done heard it too, that Jesus was just a prophet. But it's like you said, that's what the prophets, everything, even the prophets, that all pointed to the Messiah. You know?
Yeah.
Now you
But
just
he may not
I
know
know you
that.
seen how Zion Lex just started talking about how he believe in Jesus and that he actually the Messiah. So it's like, man, these people got to stop playing, man, and start start
brother,
putting that flesh
brother,
aside.
brother Pete, brother. Don't you think the Messiah was? I mean, everybody following the Messiah is meant to be like the Messiah.
Yeah, that's the point. You know, Jesus told us that the miracles that I performed that you're gonna be able to do even more miracles. You know, so yeah, you're
So
supposed to be like the Messiah for sure.
exactly. So what makes it a kind of, I don't know, a kind of abomination or something if it being heard of from someone being claiming I'm a Messiah, like putting himself like I'm a Messiah. I think
That
it's
and that
something
hey,
everybody should be able.
that was his whole reach is like that's his whole spirit is like I'm the Levite and y'all need to listen to me. You feel me? Like that was his whole spirit, man. That was his whole catch up.
Sometimes when people have such spirit, listen to them, because probably there might be some point out and there might be some point in. What where I'm trying to be like some points to prove him out and some point to accept him in.
Hey,
You feel me?
he in the back. He trying to get back on,
Yeah,
but Karima
let him
Karima
back
fell
in,
off.
cause
So
I got some more popcorn in the back. Okay, let him back in.
I can't put him in. Only Karima can,
Oh damn.
and I think she got off for a minute because he backstage. I just seen his message. I have a different
I thought you was Karima. April.
no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Y'all voice kind of similar, but you was dropping some bombs, man. You were dropping them daggers, man.
Yeah, I don't know it all, but my understanding is a little different when it comes to the Messiah. But I believe it's a understanding of your God power. Like when it
Eh,
says, didn't
good.
Jesus said, doesn't your book tell you that you are gods? Like there's a
Exactly.
understanding that you're supposed to have and be able
Exactly.
to call upon. And it should seem to people that like it's a miracle or magic or something otherworldly. But when
So
you're putting the
so I,
energy into that thing and you're bringing it forth, that's I believe that that's what we're supposed to do. And when you can do that, then you're proving that you are Hebrew. You're crossing over. You're going to that other realm. You're calling things as our Father God
don't you
does.
don't sister, don't you know there are some people who don't even know who they are?
What do you
You
mean?
don't consider that, right? You got to always consider both ends, either good or bad. That is nature. That is why we all got two body parts made as ourselves. Two holes, two nose holes, two eyes, two lips. It means two things, either good or bad. Either using your eyes to see, to look at good things or bad things. Either using your legs to walk to bad place or good place. So this is all about. I hope I'm making sense.
I think you're saying that it's all about choice.
And the choice proves who you are. Like spirit too, your doings prove the spirit you got.
Oh no, he definitely got a lot of information to offer, but I just feel like it's channeled in the wrong direction. It's more he coming about it in a forceful and he just OD aggressive with his stance. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of
We all do that until we meet some great men ahead somewhere else. And you know what's important? It's
but
either you be ignorant or you just take some and add to what you got.
But see, if he had that Messiah in him, and he wasn't so caught up on this Levitical priesthood, he would understand that. What did Jesus tell us? Be kind as a dove and wise as a serpent. So it's like, bro, he could have been got his rocks off and made that understanding, but all this extra confusion and trying to talk over people, like it's unnecessary. But yo, April, I got a question for you. You know, as we wait to see if the brother jump back on. April, you still there?
I'm here.
So I had a conversation with him the other night, and we was getting in onto the topic about the 7 nations that the Hebrews or that the Israelites wasn't supposed to deal with. You familiar with that context, right?
Say that again.
So I had a conversation with this brother. I don't know what's going on with the with that feedback. That feedback is crazy. Y'all hear that?
No, that's why I kept getting off and coming back on earlier because it was bleeding too bad.
Okay, so yeah, that feedback is wild. So we was talking about the 7 nations, and the Hebrews, the Israelites, wasn't supposed to deal with the 7 nations once they was supposed to go to the land of Israel. You know, they were supposed to get the Canaanites out of the land. You familiar with this story, right?
Yes.
So he was trying to make the point that it wasn't just the Canaanites, or it wasn't just the 7 nations that Israel was supposed to deal with, but that Moab, you know, Ammon, and a few other people. I think he said the Ashkenazis as well was other nations that was included in that abolishment of multiplying with a specific type of people. Would you agree with that? If my question made sense.
The 7 nations, I don't know, I don't remember all 7, but I do know the Jebusites, Canaanites, the Perizzites were definitely in that mix. I don't remember
Exactly.
the 7.
Exactly.
Amalekites, the Jebusites actually were the
Perizzites
ones who lived in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And that tribe today is the Ajebu in West Africa. This is their history.
Wow.
That they were kicked off their land by the Israelites. and they had to find somewhere else. But it was 7 nations. I don't remember the 7, but I do know like the Jebusites and the Canaanites.
So when it come back to that whole Hebrew thing, now if we got that understanding that the 7 nations, we wasn't supposed to go into, the Israelites wasn't supposed to go into these 7 nations, but we know that the rest of the Shemites, or the rest of Abraham's children, were considered Hebrews. Was it lawful for an Israelite to deal with an Ishmaelite woman, considering the fact that God was telling them, "Yo, don't go into these 7 nations"? You understand what I'm asking you?
It wasn't a law, I don't think.
So there was nothing wrong with the Israelites going having children, bringing them into their covenant, this, that, and the third.
Well, they weren't supposed to because they were supposed to destroy these people.
They was only supposed to destroy the 7 nations. It didn't say nothing about nobody else.
Right.
It's
always been where look at Moses when he took the foreign wife.
Mm-hmm.
And look at how Miriam and Aaron were talking about the foreign wife, and look how God struck her down. Struck her with the what was it, the leprosy?
The leprosy, yep.
Talking bad about Moses. It's like, I guess as long as these women were not taking him away from the Most High, it didn't really matter. But the
Mm,
women, they definitely wanted them to be with Hebrew men.
right.
But the men, it seems like, they could take a wife.
But it's like, yo, it's so much. I guess the word I'm saying is conjecture with just like the whole dealing with which nation, what nations to Israel deal with, because in Ezekiel it say that your mama was an Amorite and your father was a Hittite. You ever heard that scripture before?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I
Yeah.
just can't recall it.
Cause I mean, yo, if you think about it, cause when so what, the 12 tribes, Isaac had 12 sons. Who they sleeping with? They sleeping with they cousins, right? They sleeping with their cousins, and then right, they sleeping with each other. They like first cousins. They kissing cousins, right?
They are.
Exactly. But then there's other people outside in the area that you see Moses, he dealing with the Canaanite, or what was it? Was it a Canaanite or Ishmaelite? I think he had a Canaanite wife and a Ishmaelite wife. My only point is that Israel steady mixing, but the brother, he all caught up in this the Hebrew terminology and everything, and we see that these covenants are being passed around. Not passed around, but the covenants are being made, in different situations. Even with the stranger, like he was saying that it was a cut, that covenant meant cut. So I'm like, yo, the strangers were circumcised. Is that a covenant?
Mm. I don't. I don't understand how people get so caught up on that anyway. Because when they came out of Egypt, they came with so many. So I mean, what is it? What they say? 70 went down, and a multitude came out because people
Mm-hmm.
joined with them. People witnessed, and of course, they had children with different people, and that would technically make that person a blood Hebrew. But I believe that the reason why the bloodlines are not important anymore is because of what you're supposed to be doing as a Hebrew. And it's impossible to trace it back through bloodline. That's why I was confused on what he was even trying to do. Like, you're not going to get that back to a Levite, a known Levite. You're just not going to be able to trace that. It's not going to happen.
He was just trying to prove that he got black, that Portuguese and Spanish people were mixed with the Moors, and that there's black people that spawned a lot of these Portuguese and Spanish people. But like I tried to tell him, I'm like, bro, Portuguese and Spanish people, they technically are Edomites. You know what I'm saying? To certain understandings, you know. So how you equate, and then to be like, my family, he said he a Hamite and he's Spanish. I'm like, bro, how does the Levite fit into that equation?
Oh, Karima's back. Maybe if he's still in the back, he can get back on. Are you still back there, bro? I see you in the chat. See, it don't do no good to throw up scriptures if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just a student, yo.
I mean,
I do
we
my
all are.
I do my research here and there, and I'm listening to the brother. I'm like, yo, this is getting crazy. Let me pick his mind a little bit, and it just, you know,
I
mm,
guess he I guess he gone. So I don't know. It's just sad that people spend more time trying to prove that they are an Israelite and not actually doing the work.
for sure.
Yeah, because he couldn't even explain. What's the purpose of the prophets to the apostles? Like clearly they're preparing the children of Israel for something.
So
And
let me,
Isaiah is the one that
yeah,
really.
uh-huh. You said Isaiah, what happened?
I say Isaiah is the prophet that really was landed on thick.
Oh yeah. But you said it ain't. You said it wasn't about bloodlines though. So how would you distinguish? How would you exegesis the 144,000 tribes if it ain't about bloodline?
The 144,000,
Yeah,
the elect. We
yeah.
don't know that
Oh,
has to be revealed, and it will be revealed where there'll be no question about it.
so you're not under the perception that the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you don't think that they the 144?
Heck no. I,
Mm,
I think we have to remember that during this time, race was not a thing. Race is a new concept, separating people by the color of their skin. That's a new European concept. And so when I'm looking at the 144,000, I'm looking for these people to have a godlike consciousness. I'm looking for them to be upright in all their ways. I'm looking for them to be, set apart. They should be basically the way I see it is God created us and he put an energy at work here that we are supposed to understand and have faith and trust to provide for us. We are creatures with free will. We can create just like our Father God creates. We can create and we can enjoy a life that we want to have. And God tells us this throughout the entire book. Have faith. Don't pick up idols. And we think idols are other gods, but idols are just anything that you're putting before yourself, before your God self. Anything that you're putting faith and trust in before you put faith and trust in the Most High.
facts, facts.
So if I want to be a Hebrew, I feel like I should be able to understand for who was it, Elisha, Elijah, that took the widow and told her to pour the oil until she didn't have any more pots to put it in, and basically
You
it
said
was
and put
her
the oil
faith.
and do what? You said she
She
did what?
she it was the widow, and she was telling the prophet that they were coming to get her sons because she couldn't pay her debt. And so he told her to go and borrow as many pots as she can find from her neighbors, just get them and line them up. And then he told her to just pour. So she started pouring and oil came out of the pot. And she filled up every single pot that she had with this oil that she could sell to pay her debt. But as soon as she got to the last pot, the oil stopped. It's like when she realized I don't have anywhere else to put it, it stopped. And it's not anything that the prophet did. He's just moving in this God consciousness. So he's able to intercess for her. But she still had to have that much faith in what he was saying for it to happen. And that's what I think we're supposed to be doing. That's why we don't have any more prophets. We have complete access to this energy. But if you don't have the faith, you're not ever gonna call on it. You're not ever gonna give it the credit. You're always gonna think it's something that you did because you're not learning. You're not looking at the book, through your third eye.
So
You're
you
not
so
looking
you
at it
you
as
affirm you a firm believer in Yeshua.
I am. Like I said earlier, my belief is Jesus was a man like us. He was born just like us, but it's his consciousness of self. That part was given to him from on high. So if we want to say that was the archangel Michael, I'm
Oh,
hearing
I
the
thought
argument.
I low key thought you was that to cut your pieces, but I low key thought you was talking about Gabriel when you said that he had that consciousness put in him. But you was talking about Michael. Michael's consciousness was put into Yeshua. Damn, I think she broke out.
Well, alrighty then. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the like on the way out.